Rodgers that time. But now it'll be third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On third down, Brissett. And he's got his man, Hilton. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Danny. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
First down, Brissett. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Mike 50. Ricky. Middle.
On second and 7, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
You got time right there. Slam. Under 10. No spacing.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the gun, here's Brissett. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. To throw, Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing, Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, defense, let's go. Slam.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
Shit, watch the shit.
Hey!
Fresno.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Check 25, check 25.
Hey, alert! Hey, Delta! Double. These 2.
They'll run with Samuels. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Oh, Roethlisberger gonna throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
A very important extra point there, up and good. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
I got him. Check 52.
Back. No spacing. Help out! Here we go, here we go. Right, exactly.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Check 26, check 26.
Good.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 3.
Easy, easy.
Slam, slam, slam. Wide.
Back, one time.
On 1st and 10 is counter. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Indy.